Woodring boots it high, but it's returnable. Law from the 5. Gets a crease, and Kendrick Law falls forward out to the 33, and that's where Jalen Milroe will set up. Milroe around left end. Touchdown, Alabama. What an opening drive as they overcome their mistakes and draw first blood.
Into the end zone. Nobody there for Booker to even block.
Drive even more impressive, Kirk, because they made 3 mental mistakes. It didn't matter. Connor Talty booted away for the Tide. And Anthony Evans III is going to bring it out from a few yards deep. Tries the sideline and is tripped up just across the 20-yard line.
He and Ryan Williams both doing a good job there downfield.
23-yard gain. They spotted at the 39. Milroe from the pocket. Surveys and finds across the middle. Williams makes a man miss. He is just different, Kirtle.
Man, it's tough to defend him.
Empty backfield for a receiver look. Plus a tight end on 3rd and 5. And now Miller motions to the near side. Milroe looking for him on a wheel route on a dime. The Tide.
Moving the back out. We're going to show it to you when we get a chance.
Graham Nicholson knocks it through. 2 possessions.
Going to hope for a start if you're an Alabama fan. Milroe 6 of 6 for 100 yards, mixing up run and pass. It's been perfect plan.
Fair catch signaled by Anthony Evans. You know, Carson Beck and George is just getting louder by the second here for Beck.
Another 3rd and long for Georgia.
Tide showing pressure, and they bring it. Ball out quickly. It is intercepted. Picked off by Damani Jackson, the transfer from USC. And it's gone from bad to...
Running with Milroe to the outside, then pounding the middle, setting up quick throws.
Haynes to Milroe's left. Bernard comes in motion, gets the football, gets a block on the edge, turns the corner, touchdown Tide. 3 for 3. And Georgia fans have to be sitting there with their mouths agape at this point.
Chris, this is what the threat of Milroe, that quarterback position, they've got to keep their cool and just keep believing that they can get back into this game.
Kirby Smart's teams have been known for comebacks, but this is the largest deficit they've faced since that 2021 SEC championship game. The big loss that set up the chance for payback.
And again there with that trickery with the quarterback walkaway.
Need about a half yard here on 4th. Milroe, keeper. First down and more. Tight roping down the sideline. Touchdown. Unbelievable start for Milroe in this offense. 36-yard lightning strike. In 100 years, would you have expected to see anything like this?
No, not at all.
He's only attempted 1 field goal this year. A lot of PATs, so you may see a whole lot this season from this offense.
No doubt. He's reading this, Chris. 4th and about a half a yard.
128 yards. He's also run it for 78 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Wow. 4th down. Etienne into the end zone, and Georgia on the board. A desperately needed answer to all the... Cass Jones in the backfield. Beck scanning, creates on the run and throws it low, and that is Cass Jones. And from Block, Texas, are a couple of flags down in the end zone, so hold on.
Pass interference, offense, number 11. 15-yard penalty from the try spot. We will retry the down.
That's the 3rd offense. Got the running game going. Better blocking up front. they feel like Michigan's kind of borrowing the throne. And they felt coming into this game, they were going to rightfully reclaim their spot.
That's why we play the ball games.
Well, they have been.
Everybody on red and black.
Pass to the far right, empty backfield. Three-man rush. Beck surveys, throws it right to Alabama. It's picked up by Jahad Campbell. A disastrous turnover just when the Dogs had momentum against Carson Beck. 2nd and 11. All kinds of time. A dart over the middle. It's bobbled and intercepted. Picked off is a flag.
A gauntlet coming after, and they've changed up the look, showing it and dropping it. Other times bringing more than they can handle. I think they may do it here.
He said you're going to see stuff they've never seen on tape anywhere. Invented for this game. Heavy pressure. Beck off his back foot, just heaves it to green grass. Could not block the crimson wave that came at him. And it's 4th down.
They show it, they drop. We just talked about this. They want intentional grounding from the end zone. You bring eight guys, and you've got 7 to be able to block. Bring 1 more than they can handle. You got guys coming free. 2 end up getting in there. They're talking about it, and they are going to get him. Nobody downfield.
It took a while. There was a lot of urging from Kalen DeBoer on the Alabama sideline. But Daniel Gotro gets the crew together. Yeah, that was just a obvious attempt to avoid his safety, and that's what it's going to be.
The result of the penalty is a safety.
Hey, Chris, you said it. It's the intent.
A lot of personnel people watching this game tonight, and it's been a nightmarish first 30 minutes for Beck. Adams on this kick. And Adams has room. Flag flies as he's knocked down at midfield. So it's going to be against short pitch, hoping that Arian Smith can break a whole bunch of tackles. And he'll finally be corralled inside the Alabama 40, and that will be the end of a stunning first half here in Tuscaloosa. Some pushing and shoving, frustration obvious for the Dogs. Alabama feeling pretty juiced up themselves. Play 15 of the drive, finally in the red zone. Right down the middle, high throw, touchdown, Arian Smith. And the Dogs still have life. This to make it a 15-point game. On the move. Flips it back across his body, and on the back line, Lawson Lucky, the tight end, catches the conversion. And it is, since then, the Tide haven't scored on offense, got the safety, but Georgia with a couple of touchdowns, make it a 15-point game here, still midway third. This is Ryan Williams from the 7. And 17-year-old spins out across the 20. So Jalen Milroe
opening once again, and that Georgia's zone defense just sitting nicely, the freshman.
And now the freshman goes down the middle. Williams bobbled and caught. And the incredible start for this prodigy continues. He made that an adventure. His first made field goal attempt at Alabama. Missed one in the opener and just sneaks it inside that right upright. That was close. So Alabama took about 4 minutes off the clock, added 3 to the lead. And fair caught by Anthony Evans. Here's the last. Staying alive here in this game with these 4th down conversions. On first down, Beck loses the football. They knocked it out of his hands, and Latham makes the recovery. Rusa knocked it loose. Beck again across the middle. Bobbled, caught, touchdown. Lawson Lucky. Tight end again coming up. Batted away. Put it off to the left, but Keon Sabb was standing right. Booted deep. And the fair catch is going to be made by Adams. Check it with Kevin Nagani in the studio. What do you have, Kevin?
Great. For a quick pass.
Etienne is the back. End around. Bell breaks into the end zone. Georgia very much alive and looking dangerous now.
Exactly what he probably told them. Just keep plugging along. We're going to get back into this game. And now, here they are within less than.
And this suddenly on fire Dogs attack is going to get the ball back with a chance to win it. And this is mishandled by the freshman. A disastrous play. They have to just fall on it. That was Ryan Williams back there. Not a role that he's really played as a returner. Plenty of time. We don't need to play urgently here. But he's looking to throw that downfield. Has a man wide open. Dylan Bell's got it. A foot race. Spins, spray, and scores. Can you believe it? Georgia has the lead. 67 yards. For Dose again, brought to you by Dos Equis to make it a 3-point lead for Georgia. Beck takes off and will not get there. Stretches, but comes up short of the goal line.
Chris, let's go. You just said
they have zero momentum. The same two guys are deep here. Williams and Adams in this deal. Let's let this one bounce in the end zone. So here comes Jalen Milroe. Talked about a monstrous first half. 100 yards rushing, 200 passing, 3 total touchdowns. Very quiet since midway second quarter.
Yeah, but this is where they got to shift mindsets. Again, there's no rush. 3 timeouts, 2:30 to 2:31 to go. You have the 2-minute timeout. You just got to get a first down. You get that first down, and you can create a little bit of rhythm and try to get this Georgia defense that has some newfound confidence a bit on their heels.
There's a lot of calm and command from Milroe at the start of this game. He's got to have it right now. And they take a downfield shot. And the catch is made. It's Ryan Williams still spinning free. Touchdown Alabama. They answer in one play. 75 yards for the 17-year-old. Are you kidding us? Pandemonium in here.
Unbelievable. We're saying just get a first down, create a little rhythm. Instead, they go for the jugular. Middle field safety, one-on-one matchup. Why not go to this 17-year-old lined up that time against an inexperienced corner who's got talent in Humphrey? What an adjustment back to the ball. This kid just has the it factor, and he showed it right there.
Time to go for Dose again. A lot of beer handed out here in the fourth quarter. Dos Equis bringing it to you. This to make the lead 6-7 actually. Low throw. Goes down and grabs it. Jeremy Bernard. Wow.
18, so you better get him some water here. We got.
Will the Dolphins and the Titans deliver on Monday night like this? I'm not counting on it.
I'm not feeling that.
What's Carson Beck thinking? He's been Georgia 20 yards away. Beck launches for the end zone. Jump ball. Intercepted. And Zabien Brown, the freshman, makes a game-saving play for Alabama. Start stepping up in a massive way 4 games into your college football career.
Unbelievable. You know, instead of being press man, Chris, the true freshman gave the bigger receiver some room. About 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. You'll see him as you way out to the left. And what it allows him to do is this time, look how he locates the football. The previous time, he did not. This time, because of the cushion, he was able to see the ball. And he's got the athletic ability, once he sees the ball, to be able to go at high point and be an athlete and take it away from the taller receiver at 6'3".
You know the comparison they made? The eventual game-winning touchdown by Ryan Williams. I had a brief chat before the game and said, you don't look like this is too big for you. He goes, no, sir, I'm ready. Georgia thought they might pull off the biggest comeback in school history. Alabama struck back, and Georgia denied in the end zone by an interception. This game felt no different than the collisions of the national championship on the line, with the SEC championship on the line. Every bit as hard-fought and compelling.